sure that after all the equipment and also the constructions put in place, whether that meet the standards. So because he right now is really running around the clock to close this channel, and this is a subsea tunnel, and we will very soon to hear that whether the whole sub channel, the subsea channel, could be completed. And right now we are here at the final spring stage. Talking about this Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge, it's located in the core area of the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao Greater Bay Areas, and the total length of the 24 kilometers, and that's the bridge projects with a total length of 17.2 kilometers, and that have already been closed. And the construction of the 6,845-meter long and deep channel subsea tunnel has entered the final stage. And this is actually the first expressway underwater hub interconnection in China, and integrates bridges, islands, tunnels, and underwater intercommunications. And on June 8th, you could see that the different parts of the construction, this sub-tunnel actually connected to each other. Right now, from the June 8th till today, already 70 hours passed, and we know this is a marvelous infrastructure that will help to promote the integrated development of the east and west sides of the Pearl Rivers. So we know this is a subsea tunnel. So that's the 40 meters below the sea. That's the first to dig this hole, this tunnel, and then bring the, maybe we can call it pipelines, or that's with the weight of the 80,000 tons of the tunnel infrastructure to this place. And also we talk about the connection. So connection part is a little bit smaller than the other part of the tunnel. So we talk about for different parts connecting together, they should be seamless. So we also to see that right now this is under 40 meters below the sea. So we need to make sure that that's the fully seamlessly connected. And right now this construction work is going smoothly, and we are waiting for the final result of the measurement. So we talk about this whole project requires really a high skill, because that's under the sea, so you already know how difficult it is. And all the construction work actually could not really see the full picture of the sea. So we talk about that requires the OD personnel involved in this project master the know-how. So right now we think about that the whole project is like the put the drawer from the table. So right now everything in place. We're waiting for the final call to see whether we have already pulled the drawer out or not. So for this, the connection work, that's also the very first, the groundbreaking techniques. So we talk about that. We put the different sections of the bridge together. Right now we're looking at this, put different sections of the subsea tunnel together. And we also have seen that the measuring facilities are also innovated, because once again we talk about this is undersea tunnel, and also the Pearl River is also a very busy hub. And also we talk about every day that's around 4,000 vessels coming in and out from these areas of the waters. So we also have a team to guarantee the safety and the travel of the ships at this sea area. So we also visited the tunnel yesterday. So once again, this is a deep tunnel, subsea tunnel, and this will connect a Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao area, not only from the expressway, but also could travel undersea. So Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge. It's a 8 lanes, 2 directions expressway. But that's underwater. So we not only complete the whole tunnels, we talk about that. So right now the infrastructure has been completed, but still need to do some fine tuning. So that need to be painted on the wall to be painted, and the road should be paved. And also that we talk about lightning, we talk about the CCTVs, we talk about that the internet connections all should be later on installed. So it's expected that this November that this tunnel can be put into practice, into operation. So which means that a total length of 17.2 kilometers of this bridge can see the vehicles going in and out of this expressway. So you could see that this is an island. We talk about why we need to build this artificial island. This island also can be considered as a hub, a transportation hub. So we talk about the expressway, can be connected with the expressways, ports, airports. So you could see clearly from this picture that connects the east and west of the Pearl River. So that's just Nansha also can be connected as well. So that's just 30 minutes. And we talk about that the Guangdong Bridge and the different tunnels, these different expressways, it can be connected and that will further boost the interconnectivity of Greater Bay Area. So we're looking at this is the a connection of the Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge. And it's around 10 minutes, so we will be on board to the waters to witness the a historical moment. Let's zoom in the Greater Gray Area, and we are right now looking at this is the expressway. That's the Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge, and this is the Zhongshan Bridge. You're looking at this is around the 580 kilometers. So that's around 120 steel strings connected and pulling on the bridge. In September 2018, the whole construction started, and this part of the bridge already put in place. And we also go east part, and this is called the Lingdingyang Bridge. And you could see this is a hanging bridge. It's around 270 meters high. So this is also the largest and longest suspension bridge and put in place this April. And we also go to the further east. And you could see here, this is an artificial island that is connecting the bridge to the sea with the sea. This is called the Western Artificial Bridge, equal to 19 football courts. So this is also can be considered as a transportation hub, and also can perform the rescue and saving work. And around the 8 o'clock Beijing time, and the wide is also the largest expressway underwater hub connected with the other part. And we're looking at, we also call this the Great Wall Undersea. So the bridge, or the construction of the bridge and the deep channel, subsea tunnel, has completed. So right now we are here in this control center, and just now we have witnessed a historical moment. That's the final connection time. So we're looking at the Shenzhong Channel has right now successfully connected. So this place, actually we could not really see it with our eyes, and we also try to use the camera to bring you this scene under the water, but that's 20 meters undersea, so it's better to show our viewers at this full picture. So here at the screen show you the green color, that's the vessel we are on, and we're looking at the square. So that's E24, and the E22. That's the E22 from the Zhongshan part, and E24 that's the direction from Shenzhen. So basically, the city of Shenzhen, city of Zhongshan connected already underwater. And we also talk about this underwater, the connection also use the world first groundbreaking technique. So it's like the USB. You could see that E24 and the E23 connected, kind of that USB. You bring that USB connector out. So we'll talk about the final joint with the weight of 1,600 tons. Equal to that 300 adult elephants' weight. You could see that this talk about the 5 meters wide the stone road. That's also once again all these undersea. So we're looking at this is use the jack. So let me show you with this. So that's E23, E24, that middle as the final joint. So we talk about like the door, or pull the door out. So let's see whether that's a door or not. So you pull this, you could see that the door coming out. It seems so easy, but actually this is so difficult, especially performing this undersea. So like the black color that's installed inside, that's actually a accordion, a black part. So we also could see that the water stop sealed at the round. So if pulled to the 23 centimeters, then this is, we can talk about that this is really the seamless connection. So this is basically the connection work, the technique performed this morning to connect the final joint. So this time, basically, we use the pulling power or borrow that power from the sea. So this is the GA Bridge project. That's around 24 kilometers, and the construction of the 6,845 meter long. And it's 32 pipes plus the final joint. For each pipe, that's around 165 meters long and also 10.6 height, and also this 886,000 tons. Once again, today it marks the final stage of this subsea tunnel. So we spent around 70 hours to witness this final move, and this is also create a lot of first in terms of the technology construction around the world, and we are looking forward that by the end of this year or the beginning of next year, we will see the vehicles busy traveling at this tunnel. Once again, this is China's first expressway undersea. So this is actually a fabricated undersea construction. So we're looking at why we use this kind of drawer and what kind of the difficulties it could be. So looking at this is the whole tunnel, and that's a steel cover that's fabricated on land and then travel to the sea and installed undersea. So we talk about that E23, E24. That's we talk about the final joint, and you need to place that. You could see that E22 and the E24. So connecting to different pipe or these sections together. So we put the pipe, and also we need to put the joint in between. So the technicians actually compare the different ways. For example, they need to use like the crane, and that's quite difficult. And we talk about that should be undersea, and also we talk about that can use the different ways, but that's they need a longer time and also with a higher risk. So for the engineers, they leverage advantage of the whole place. So they borrow the pulling power from the water. So you could see they first fabricated above the sea, and then they installed that the drawers, the water stops all together, and then place these whole part under sea. And then slowly bring that drawer out and then connect the different sections by this final joint. So this is a very, very first technique. For the final joint that needs spend that's 9 months to produce. So that should be really, really precise. That should be that in the millimeter difference. So this is kind of like the water pooling, the coupling technique. So you can consider as the accordion that helps to really borrow the power from the water and also pull the water out. And also with the help of Beidou satellite, the whole construction can be realized. And they also developed the mirroring technique. So you could see that from all these numbers and indicators, we know exactly the position of the work. So this is a very high skill required construction projects. So that also provides a new solution and technologies for China and also other countries around the world to install similar expressway undersea. So for the East Artificial Island, and also the connected, that's also the transportation hub to integrate bridge, island tunnels, and underwater interconnections all together. So right now we are at the Shenzhen side, that's the eastern side of the project. Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge is located in the core area of the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao Greater Bay Area. And we are at the Shenzhen side. So this is the expressway with 4 lanes at each direction. So that's 2 directions, in total 8 lanes. So it's not really round for the ceilings. It's a kind of like the square shape. So this is bringing our viewers the inside of this tunnel. And once again, this is a subsea tunnel and also quite wide, right? So we're looking at right now is coming to the final stage. So the construction work, the whole big infrastructure work has completed. And then inside the tunnel, we will do that, the refilling, make sure it's strong enough. And also, we also will further to bring the lightings, the other equipment installed inside. So according to our knowledge, and everything will be fully signed by the end of October. And talking about the island, this is the artificial island at the eastern side, with 6 years of construction. Here is totally changed. So the whole construction work of the expressway you're looking at, they will be completed mid of this month. So why we built this island? So this is also considered as a transportation hub. So at the Shenzhen side, we talk about that from this hub that can connect different ports, different expressways, as also airports. And it's planned that next year, and the artificial island at the eastern side will fully put into practice. So that will bring even closer the Guangdong-Hong Kong-Macao areas. So we know that the Pearl River is very busy, so this place also will help to bring the transportation more efficient and require less time for transportation. So we will see a more convenience facilitated in the Greater Bay Area. So please stay tuned with China's first expressway underwater. To all the viewers, so still right now looking at our special coverage here at the Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge. So would like to once again announce just at 8 o'clock this morning Beijing time, the whole construction actually come to the final end. I also talked to the chief, the engineer of this whole bridge, and we talk about that the construction that the precise is so high, it's just in the millimeter unit. So this is a very high quality completion of the final part of the final joint. So this is the right now, the news, updated news. And we're on air, and we are still here at the eastern side of the artificial island. And this is also the entrance or the exit of the tunnel from the Shenzhen direction to the Zhongshan city. And once again, this is Shenzhen-Zhongshan Bridge. So we are at the Shenzhen side of this bridge. So we talk about that for the whole pipeline or the different section of the tunnel required 70 hours to complete ODA placing work. And to give our viewers a little more knowledge about this project, so this is at the Zhongshan side, that's the western side of this bridge, and then we're coming to the first bridge at the Zhongshan Bridge, and here that's a connection. Here looking at this line actually connect the Nansha island of Guangzhou. So it's not just connected Shenzhen and Zhongshan, two cities, also connects Guangzhou as well. So it's coming to along this bridge and then to the Lingdingyang Bridge. And we talk about this is the highest suspension bridge. And then to the west artificial island. That's the island above the sea and also surrounded by the sea. So all these part actually is above the sea. When we're entering to the artificial island, then we start to go underwater. So that's the connecting point from above the sea to undersea. And then we to the tunnel. So we talk about the deepest part. That's around 40 meters undersea. And then that's the under tunnel part. And then when is the time we come out? That's the place we are right now at. This is the Eastern Artificial Island. So that's also the transportation hub. So how the artificial island looks like. So let me show our viewers the full picture. So here you could see that's the really the bridges, expressways. Let's connect the expressways. Looking at the airport. And also the ports. So you could see that this is the transportation hub, actually can facilitate the transfer to different means of transportation. 6 years ago, as the end of 2017, the construction of this island started. So this is a reclaimed or a reclamation island. So for this reclaiming island, make sure that the expressway construction safe. So it's also always stick to the highest requirement. So we talk about no matter it's the mega project, so placing the sections of a tunnel undersea or the construction of the artificial island. Oh, that's designed for the whole life cycle of 100 years. So that's really required to the strict standard. So that should be precise in a millimeter unit. So once again, this is the looking at the construction of the subsea tunnel. So that's 32 sections of tunnel plus a final joint. So till now, the final joint of the Shenzhong Channel was pushed successfully, and the subsea tunnel was closed. So that's also laid a solid foundation for the final utilization. So expected to put in operation of this tunnel in 2024. So we talk about the sections plus that's the final joint that's fabricated, which means that's built first above the sea, and then bring the whole module under sea. It's not the sections under sea. So we talk about that the final joint, that's the weight of 80,000 tons. And this is also the shape used to drag a section of the tunnel. So there's a whole process needed 2 days for the transportation and bring that's the fabricated section from one place to the installed place. And also with the help of the cutting-edge technology such as a Beidou satellite, so we know more precisely about the exact place where we should put these sections, the final joints, under the water. So talk about the Pearl River. It's one of the busiest river around the world. And looking at this is one of the bays for fabrication. And the Bureau of Maritime Affairs also help to arrange the transportation order of the whole sea. So make sure the project can be carried out smoothly and safely, and also not safe to the project, but also safe to the vessels, ships coming in and out this water area. And talk about that's the technology or techniques, especially the cutting edge, the groundbreaking ones used at this time, and that's also a good reference and practice for other similar kind of projects around the world. So how to place this section of the tunnel? First, you need to have a ditch underwater. Make sure there's no mud accumulated at the bottom. So actually, it's very hard to look at exactly the place by camera. This is just with the help of the like a Beidou satellite and other marine equipment. And based on all the numbers, we actually place these sections of the tunnels under sea. And we talk about this is just the whole infrastructure completed today. Still like the lightnings, the other facilities for the expressway will be later on installed. And briefly, the before, that's the transportation need 2 hours right now because of the subsea tunnel that helped to shorten the time from 2 hours to 30 minutes. So that will help to boost development of Greater Bay Area, so facilitate the flow of information, personnel, and capitals as well.